So, whilst we're waiting for the game to start and we're in the pre-game screen, let's take a look around the map and have a discussion on a few little things. I do apologise again. Being over in Britain and being on a US server, my ping is slightly high, so it is lagging ever so slightly. Last night it wasn't too bad, it lagged a little bit, it froze at one point. But we shall see how it goes throughout the game. But again, I do apologise. So I'm over on the Axis side. The Axis side coming out the HQs aren't too bad if you stick to the roads, but as soon as you come off either right or left, you've got loads of trench systems. And on this map for vehicles and stuff, it's quite hard to cross these trench systems because of how wide they are. Just slightly too wide to really go over them nicely. As you can see, they're quite thick, so you tend to get stuck. So you have to really stick with the crossing points. The advantage of that for the opposition is if you can control them crossing points, then you can control the map. As you can see, it's very open. I can see all the way across from back here all the way over to their HQs. So again, it'll be interesting to see how the armour play today. Do they step back and snipe from far back, or do they get in and amongst the mix of it all? Be very interesting. So let's go and take a look at windmills. Windmills is an elevated position. So like I said earlier, if you control windmills, you can pretty much control most of the map. Definitely with armour superiority. It's quite hard to flank on this map due to how open it is, and plus all the trench systems. So again, you're sticking to them crossing points. So as soon as you get over to the windmills, as you can see, the other side of the map just opens up. You can see pretty much everything. So taking that early midpoint cap on this is going to be crucial, and it's going to be quite hard to counteract that. Definitely if armour gets into a nice solid position up here, as you can see pretty much everything, and you can see into all three of their HQs. And likewise on the reverse, let's have a look back. See, exactly, again, the advantage the allies have got, or the Axis have got on this map, is the fact that they've got that town little village. It does protect middle HQ just ever so slightly. So the terrain itself isn't best for movability in vehicles, and again, even on foot, there's a lot of open spaces. Yes, you've got a lot of trench works that you can go into, and again, infantry do tend to use them a lot, but if you're not in them trench systems, you're out in open field, so it becomes quite challenging. It's definitely a bit of a meat grind. But it'd be very interesting to see how these two teams start their matches. Who takes that midpoint? So question to you guys, who's going to cap the midpoint first? And who's going to keep control of it? I'm going to stick a poll up for you guys when you there we go, the poll is up. It'll be interesting to see what you guys think on the matter. Again, it's not a bad map. It's just not one of my favourites. I do apologise about the glitch. It's just not one of my favourites. I personally think it's too open, it's too snipey. It's all about who can get that shot. And I much rather get in and amongst it. Tanks normally sit quite far back on this normally, but again, it'd be interesting to see how people play it. So let's take a look at the map. So as you look on the map here, the windmills itself, is okay. So if we were to play windmills, windmills here themselves is more on the Allies' favour. But let's have a look at the other map, the midpoints, and let's have a discussion. So Oleg's house is over on this side, and again that is more on the Axis favour because it's closer to them, so getting to it's a lot quicker. It's in this nice little valley, so it's well protected. So again, armour tends to have to, if they're coming in for infantry support, going to have to come in a little bit closer. However, they could soon get picked off anywhere around because it's kind of like in a little bowl. If you look, very bowl shaped around here. It's not a bad midpoint. It's quite hard once someone's capped it to win it back, just because of the buildings in and around it. Trying to get that meat grind, and again, it's all open. So if you get a good defensive position, you can defend it quite well. So today's midpoint is going to be at Yamki. Sorry about the pronunciations. Which is over here on move. So that's going to have another little look. So again, it's in this like little bowl kind of system. Lots of cover. So again, armor's going to have to, if they're coming in for infantry support, going to have to come in nice and close to be able to help. Again, for the Axis, if they were up on top of the hill, the Allies have to pretty much get on top of the point to be able to see down into it. So again, it'd be very interesting to see how we find this game rolling. And considering windmills isn't the midpoint, I would still probably see a lot of action over at windmills. So it'd be very interesting. Got this nice big trench in front of this point. So again, being on the offensive or even on the defensive, that should be utilised throughout the game. So it is going to be a very interesting game. We shall see. Let's have a look. People are already voting. So 67% of people so far have voted that Allies will cap first. Big call, isn't it? So just whilst everyone's starting to settle in, I'm going to leave you be, and I will catch you roughly in 15 minutes. So it's going to be a couple of minutes until it gets started. Should be interesting. They're all starting to load in. By the looks of it, everyone's having a little bit of ping issues, definitely on the ANZR side. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So let's just have a quick recap of the TPL rules. So it's going to be one-man arty who cannot be killed, he can't be touched. Indestructible nodes, so again they can't be destroyed. Also that gives the guys a chance to build them and get out instead of having to sit there building defences up around them. And the big one, the Panther ban. Across most competitions now, Panthers are banned. It gives an unfair advantage on the allies where they've only got one heavy, whereas the Axis have got two heavies that they can pump out quite quick. I personally prefer the Panther to the Tiger. It's quicker, it's more durable. However, the Tiger does have some advantages of better stable firing. The suspension's better, so as you're braking, it doesn't have much bounce on the barrel. However, it's a lot slower. It's good for defense. So yeah, they are our rules for TPL. And let's just flick over to the league. So by the looks of it, there's only been one game so far, 101A, and I cannot pronounce that. SBS have also played. 101A are top of the table, so it'd be very interesting to see the results from the other games, and in a couple of weeks who is at that top position. Just had the 30 seconds warning, so 30 seconds to go. Good luck to both sides, and I hope you all have a good game, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Once again, please subscribe, like, and comment throughout. So here we go. It is match start. You have Brown 6299 here, streaming the Premier League. Hope you all enjoy. So it'd be very interesting to see how both of these sides do match start and how they progress through. Here comes all the trucks into midpoint. Armour's starting to push up. Again, taking control of this high ground is going to be crucial for him. '21st have started the cap first. Shells crossing across the field. HE coming into the point. Looks like the transport truck there, offloading a load of players. Here comes a strafing run straight across. Didn't look like it got any kills with that. There's a Lux over in the background there. So again, like I said, taking control of these trenches is crucial for the pressure and defence. Running across an open field is never going to end well. We've got a recon player there flanking around along this border. There goes the first tank by the looks of it. Again, taking this high ground, taking this strength straight from the start is integral. Lux harassing the medium by the looks of it. However, it's not going to do much. Just annoying. Starting to take some repairs there. Got supplies coming down in the point. So just chucked up a poll in the chat there. Who is going to win? Let's find out. So 83% of people said Allies were going to cap first, and you were correct. They have taken that cap. They're the first ones. Let's find out to see how long they keep hold of this cap. So they have taken control quite nicely there. The enemy armour has pushed up by the looks of it. Sorry. Let's have a quick look over. So destroyed battery is the next point. It would be interesting to see how they're going to make that transition from here over to battery, whilst trying to keep up a strong presence on this midpoint to secure that win, because realistically it's the midpoint that wins you the game. So what's happening right now, by the looks of it, ANZR will be trying to keep control over these trench systems, trying to create that defensive line and consolidate, taking away all them attacky garrisons, OPs to stop them spawning in. They need to do this to ensure that they keep the hold of the pressure onto that midpoint. As soon as the Axis start trying to gain control of them trenches, starting that push, then camp pressure will start losing. So at the moment the momentum is quite well. They seem like they've got a good hold onto it. Seems like there is, from both sides, a lot of armed presence. I know that the Axis had early kills, so I would be expecting to see a heavy coming up into the field any moment, to be fair. And where they choose to hold that heavy, will that heavy stay back? Will it push up into the front line? Because realistically, if you look at all the Allies or the Soviets kind of firing positions, they're all on this brow. You can see them, so over by their HQs, they should easily be able to pick them off. So let's have a look at the other side of this. We've got a heavy there in the centre. Vehicle timed out. I would expecting to see some control over it, definitely in these buildings over in Yamki quite soon, because that is the logical push line from there into destroyed battery. Looks like some supplies are being dropped. There's a Lux there by the looks of it, up on destroyed battery, protecting it against that infantry push. But again, having these trench systems is integral. If you take control of them, it's easier to push in. Then the next stage from here would be going into them buildings, taking control of them building lines, then pushing from there. Commanders requested the garrison placement over on this left hand side. It's not a bad placement, but again it's quite open, so we shall see. Lots of rockets, lots of lights doing a lot of damage to that infantry defensive line. Again, like I said at the beginning, it is lots of open fields, a lot of meat grinding. So it's going to be all down to patience in this game. Got a nice repair station up there for that tank. It's just below the brow of the hill by the looks of it, so it's going to be well defended. However, it won't be defended against artillery if artillery starts bombarding it, but you're never going to prevent that. ANZR have got quite a nice hold over these trench systems now, which is good to see, because if they didn't, then that high intense pressure will continue going on. So I predict shortly ANZR will be looking for that next push. They've taken quite good control here. They've got good presence, having that good push onto battery, taking that 4th point. But what do you guys reckon? So the armor's starting to push now. He doesn't have much opposition on this, definitely this side of the map. But again, the reason why is because them trench systems are a massive hurdle for them. So tanks on the Axis side tend to stick more central, where it's safer, where it's quicker to get down. But is this tank moving because he's going to help with that next push? Be interesting. There's a supply truck coming up to the front line there. He'll be dropping off supplies, keeping up them garrisons on this back line, and keeping that pressure. OP down there, nice little spawn. However, does this player see it? Corporal Carlos, can you see that OP or that big spawn wave, or is he keeping low? Nice AT gun set up on the brow hill there. AT guns on this map are quite important, because if you don't have that armor support, then at least you've got some sort of defense against armor. Spawn then. Carlos definitely would have made his position known now. So who's going to win this little battle? Oh, Carlos, he's just taken a kill. That's unfortunate. Lance Corporal Ted coming into a trench system. Who's going to win this little battle? trophies with that kill. These one-on-one battles are important. You've got to be winning them. Definitely at this stage. Let's have a look back at windmills. Let's see what's occurring. Sounds like there could be a bombing run coming in. Oh, was that bombing run designed to protect something? Because it's quite far out. Let's go and have a look. Is there a airhead? Is that the first airhead of the game? Someone just died? Is he protecting an airhead? Where could the airhead be? Ah, there it is. Is it going to stay alive? Is the first big spawn wave going to come in? They're definitely searching desperately for it. They're not sure where it is. Jen Wabino should be able to see it now. He should be running straight towards it. There we go. He's got... Oh, couch behind you, mate. Couch. Oh, he's staying hidden. Fair play. Couch is still alive. But what's his plan next? Like, he hasn't got a garrison. Is he going to build a attacking garrison for him? Weren't a bad call to have an airhead that early, because it builds some time to come back on. But let's come back over to windmill. Let's have a look. Oh, there is cap pressure on battery there, but it is contested. There's a lot of presence now over on this side of the map. I would be expecting to see a big push shortly. Sounds like there's armor below me. There it is. So they're starting to move the armor in line. AT rocket, but that's a miss. Lance Corporal Ted is dead, but what about Carlos? Is Carlos going to come up? So what is currently happening? So on the right hand side of the map at windmills, you've got quite a nice defensive presence from ANZR defending against the attacking axis into windmills, trying to secure that point. Also on this middle of the map, down at Yamki, you've got quite a lot of presence from ANZR trying to establish that push. They'll be putting down push garrisons to enable that hard push onto battery. I don't reckon it'll be long now until we do see a big push. We do see ANZR at least attempting to destroy battery. So you to see a couple there of the 21st in trench systems by windmills. ANZR really needs to try and defend against that because that is integral of defence against this point. Got another AT gun. Two repair stations behind that tank. That is so important because that tank pretty much becomes indestructible because the speed of them repairs just means that it's quite hard to take it down unless he gets double tapped. As predicted, looks like 21st are keeping back. because the armour superiority on top of this hill is quite strong, so they will be trying to stick back, trying to pick them off one by one until they're able to make a move. Strafing run just came over, not sure what that was at. You've got loads of trench systems. Both repair stations taken out by artillery. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. The more subscriptions I get, the better I can make this channel, make better my stream. As you can see, I'm only just starting out. I do stream for the World Cup Dome. I've only streamed a couple of games for them, and now TPL. So please, the more support and love I get, the more beneficial it is for me. Definitely as a brand new streamer. I've never noticed that before, but in the top right hand corner, the flames in the forest. Never noticed that before. But like I said in the pre-match, I'm not a massive fan of Kursk. Oh, he's taking a bit of damage there. He's going to withdraw just below the brow of the hill where he's got a bit of cover. Shaky there, giving him repairs. Or he just misses that repair station. That would have been emotional if he clipped that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that have played Arma have got some funny stories of clipping things or driving into things. Normally ditches as a driver is the most embarrassing part, when you go into a nice trench and you can't get out of it. Then you have that dreaded talk with the commander afterwards. Can I get another heavy, please? All fun and games. Kyle Phillips has put in good luck ANZR lads and good luck Rod One brother Spursy. Shout out to Kyle. hear a tank below me. Got quite a dominance armour force here now. Two heavies fighting side by side. Being this side of the map as well, and with this elevation, they will be able to see straight into their HQs. Again, got two more repair stations built up there. So looking at the windmills, bit of a recap. ANZR still have got a strong presence in windmills. 21st haven't had the opportunity yet to start contesting that midpoint. Got a lot of strong armour presence. There's precision strike coming in. Is it going to hit? Oh, and it gets it right on his arse. Great precision strike then. Absolutely fantastic. It's always so satisfying as a commander when you send a precision strike because it's so costly and it's got such a long cooldown when you get that kill. Looks like there's a bit of action coming on in the middle here at windmills. Looks like that tank's just about to get satcheled. Putting a satchel on. There is no defence around him. You would have hoped to see a little bit more defence around these tanks, trying to keep them up. However, they've counteracted quite well. They've eliminated that threat, but did he get satcheled? Did he get satcheled? Engineer's running up behind. Hopefully he'll give him a quick check. Yeah. It looks all clear. Got a nice repair station back here as well, keeping that tank alive. By the looks of it, ANZR have taken control of these buildings. I don't see any red dots anywhere, which is quite surprising because this is the footprint to be able to make that advance in destroyed batteries. They're giving them a bombing run at destroyed batteries, so I wonder whether the next move now is to move in. But by the looks of it, there is a tank over there. So you would hope that their armour will take them out. At the moment, 81% of people predict ANZR to win this. And from what's happened so far, I think that could become possible. Does look like these guys are sitting back. You got a guy down here on the roof. Their tank's just gone up. Couple more guys on the roof over here. Got a nice AT gun. That's probably what's taken out that armour. So what I'd probably expect to see shortly is ANZR to take control of this nice little compound, then put all their OPs in, then move into battery. Battery starting to become a bit more defended by 21st. And I suspect we should see a cap soon. That AT gun's taken out another tank out back. It's quite hard to defend against an AT gun, definitely when you don't know where it is, because it's got such a fast fire rate. If you don't get it quick, then it's going to take you down. I wonder when we'll start seeing more armour presence down here. I don't think it'll be too long. They've definitely got an armour foothold up here on the windmills, taking a strong stance. And over here in tank graveyard, still got one tank up, building a repair station there, keeping them alive. So overall at the moment, ANZR have got the dominance grounds across the board. They have got the footprint in to make that big move into battery. So again, it will not be long. Oh, what's that just flown up? With a body. He's going down. Don't know whether you caught that, but a body's just been flung up into the sky and he's just dropped. I'm sure we've all got some funny stories to say about glitches or random things. I once flipped a tank over and ended up on its roof, going across the whole map. Very interesting, a bit confusing at times. Or clipping a hedgehog and suddenly it flips you 10 feet up in the air. Got a supply truck here. It looks like they are building a barricade as defence. Got some supplies dropping there, and underneath me, by the sounds of it, I've got another tank coming up. So again, they have definitely got dominance over on this side of the map, but looks like they've got a Lux coming in, trying to cause a little bit of mayhem, maybe trying to create that little gap in the defensive line for them to exploit. Let's take a look back over on the left hand side of the map. Let's see how... Oh, that looks like an airhead coming down. That is an airhead coming down. Is it going to be spotted? Yes, it is. Oh, perfectly well-timed bombing run there. Will it get going? Commander's coming in there to rescue it as quick as possible. Lots of smoke coming down to defend it. And does he get it in time? Can he see it? Don't think he can currently. Has he found it? Lots of smoke coming down. Don't think he spotted it yet. Did it get destroyed? Has he found it there? It's definitely not there. They must have got it. That would have been very disappointing for them. So now going back, focusing on this left-hand side of the map, it looks like 21st have taken a bit more control back over these buildings, definitely Yamki. And that's kind of what I would expect from a team, is to control this area, because then you're going to stop that progression. Got less than an hour to go. Be interesting to see what these two teams have got plans for this part of the game. But I've got to say that airhead followed by the bombing run was perfectly timed. Absolute textbook. Apologies for this, having a little bit of a glitch. Had to calm down a little bit. There we go, I'm back in. Doesn't seem much presence on this right hand side of the map. Let's go and have a look at mid. Still fighting over these buildings quite nicely. Got a nice little squad over here. And a recon team. Kind of just surrounding, eliminating any OPs that they might come across. Is this the start of the push into battery? Does look like ANZR there are securing that position, starting to progress up, which would what I would expect. And like I said earlier, I'd expect them to start going for that compound over in the distance. And that's to go at the angle that these couple of players are going at. They expect to see at least an OP in that little compound. Oh, double capping. ANZR need to be careful here that they don't overcommit to this next point. They need to defend because, like I said, it is the midpoint that wins games. Or it's contested. It's going to be a cap race now. Or contested on both. A big spawn wave came in there on a defensive squad. 21st might have just saved it temporarily. Must have been like a small little squad then that was trying to cap it, because coming back over, you've got one player that's just been taken out by a squad. So they've still got the strong foothold over here. By the sounds of it, they've still got that armour domination over on the right hand side. Tank looks like it could be a little bit stuck then. Is he stuck? This could be slightly embarrassing for him. He definitely does look stuck to me. Oh. And it's on the stream. That is so unfortunate. So unlucky with these trench systems and a lot of other games. Tanks can easily cross trenches, but just on this map. Oh, he's got it out. Fair play to that driver. Fair play. Good teamwork by the looks of it, because the guy popped out, probably was telling him go forward left, go forward right, reverse arts right, etc. Fair play. Someone once did tell me, if you got something stuck, then you'll be able to get it unstuck. Don't know how true that is, because there's definitely been situations where I've been in where I've got something stuck and it's definitely not coming out. I've also had it where I was in a blueberry lobby. Oh, and it's gone. That tank's gone. I always had it in a blueberry lobby. Driver got it stuck and he was so embarrassed he left the game without even saying anything. A bit emotional. And they're eliminating that luck straight away. Here comes a bombing run. Just over 40 minutes left remaining. We have seen ANZR attempting to cap battery where they got quarter of the way through a cap, and we also saw 21st trying to cap windmills. Straight away ANZR reacted, defended it well. The armor superior, I can't say the word now. How strong the armor are on ANZR this game has been incredible. They've been holding up that pressure throughout. But again, 21st armor has been harassing, been creating them mischiefs coming into the point. Oh, nice long range shot there. Like I said, they will try and snipe from their HQs, and that is just outside of the HQ. First shot ricocheted, second shot missed. Will the third shot get on target? See where he's hiding. They've actually got two tanks here. Two Tigers sat here. Got garrison behind them, lots of supplies. Couple of repair stations by the looks of it. They are sorted. And again, like I said at the beginning, all they need to do is stick back, and once the Soviets have got that windmill secured with armour, they'll sit on top of the hill and you can literally just pick them off. It's going to be very hard for the Soviets in this position to get any kind of push on these two tanks, because they'll just double tap you as soon as they see you. Oh, one hit into the hole. Fantastic. Did you see how the second tank on the left automatically reacted? He's turned his sights on. Can he see him? Second shot has ricocheted. Still no eyes on. Still no firing from this side. But again, he's got two repair stations there. He'll be fixing straight away. Oh, another shot into the hole. Trading shots now. can ANZR... Oh, another one. But again, them two repair stations going to be constantly repairing it. Oh, and another one from the right-hand side. And he's down. Fantastic teamwork there by ANZR. Double tapped. Boom. One straight into the hole. Boom. Second one straight into the hole. Destroyed. Didn't give time for that repair station to make them crucial repairs. Or ricocheted. There's one into the hole. Second, oh, the repair station's gone. That's not going to be good for him. He's in danger. Second into the hole by the looks of it. He would have had repairs from that other repair station. He is withdrawing. Have they got eyes on anymore? Has he just gone into divot slightly? He needs to be careful here, because it is very open. Driver's got out to make his repairs. He is making his repairs. I think he is slightly... Yes, he's just in that little crevice there. Wouldn't be able to get eyes on as such. Some fantastic tanking there. Let's head back to windmills. Let's go and see what's happening. I love a bit of tank versus tank. Okay, coming in over here. Having a look at windmills. ANZR still have got that dominating pressure, but looks of it, there is someone from the 21st up inside the windmill. Supplies coming down, keeping them garrisons live, OPs lives, repair stations built. So we've got a tank ping and a light vehicle ping over in that. We do know there is at least one tank still alive over there. I don't know whether they've managed to get that other heavy back up. But again, as soon as they get that heavy up, they need to eliminate it, because them two tanks in that position is quite integral. So looking at the push on battery, ANZR still has a strong presence over here. There is a outpost by the looks of it, by that. There is a precision strike coming in. And it misses that tank just at the rear there. It is a bit of a meat grind over here. By the looks of it, both sides have got quite a few OPs dotted around. And that's what you'd want to see. You'd want to see them OPs in them places. Keep that strong presence. Keep them live. Keeping that pressure up. Because at some point, someone will make a mistake or create that gap. Okay, 2v2 now. Who's going to win? One's down. Recon planes just come across the centre of the map. like I said at the beginning, these trench systems are so important to control over. As you can see, as soon as you're in them trenches, you're well defended around you. All you've got to defend is in front or behind. '21st have got snuck in behind. They must have an OP or a garrison or something over there. Sounds like a bombing run coming in. Straight across. Not a bad bombing run. Definitely would have got a few kills of that, but unsure as to why that angle. I'd have probably gotten it from left to right. Or right to left. So we definitely got a little push here from the 21st. Be interesting to see how ANZR react to this little push, because they've got a OP, or I'm pretty sure it's an OP down by that building. Tank is coming back. Is he coming to defend or is he retreating? Rocket there. Got someone hiding in a bush there. Good tactic for those that like to camp bushes. They got a footprint down for a repair station. The tank's just taken some damage, so he's going to withdraw below that crest. Cab 00S has just said, going to be a grind, someone will overcommit soon. And I agree, someone will eventually overcommit and create that gap, and then it will be very emotional. It's all about having that patience, getting the foundations correct first, then making that push. Because if the foundations aren't correct and you make that push, then you will just overcommit. Cab also said, is it an underrated map? Yeah, it can be an underrated map. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of this map. But you can have some really good gameplays on it. You can get some really good kills and really good scores all round. But for me personally, I just don't like it. I think the reason probably why I don't like it is because the rendering issues. Definitely when you're in a tank and you're all the way back in your HQ, it just looks like you're looking at Lego. And for me, it's just not really realistic. And I like that realism. Eagle HD's just put a goat sign saying Krakow equals goat. GOAT. I wouldn't go that far personally. What's been really good with this game so far is how competitive it has been. Yes, 21st have only had one opportunity so far. So far, it's still early of trying to cap windmills. However, they've been keeping up that constant pressure. They've been pushing them back, coming forward, and at times we have seen that presence in windmills. It's just been very unfortunate. ANZR has just come out on top. There looks like, to me, there could be a flanking tank coming around on that left-hand side. As tank commander, not tank commander, as the commander has pinged it. But let's have a look at this left-hand side, see what's happening, seeing how we're progressing. Oh, yep, I see the tank. And that could potentially, even the commanders on this side. They've got into the back of them. Again, using these trench systems. Makes me wonder what's over here. Is there a garrison? Is there an airhead? Unsure, but you've got a tank presence now on this side. You can just see how effective these trench systems are in gameplay. If you can dominate them, progress up, you can weave in and out, using that cover, staying alive. This tank over this side is a little bit worrying. They need to eliminate it because he could be a problem on this flanking push. I would have liked to have seen ANZR have a tank over this side at some point, helping this side push up into batteries. But they've been very busy over at windmills, so it's quite a difficult decision. I think unless you're the commander at the time, you have to make that call. They've had a lot of pressure from the long range strikes, but again, got tank pressure here. By the looks of it, ANZR have spotted it now. Does look like they are trying to put a satchel on. It has now been pinged, so they are all aware now that the tank is this side. Looks like there's an OP down here, and there's ammo compound. Rocket into the tracks. And he is down. I wouldn't have expected him to last too long, definitely this far back behind, and with very limited infantry support. Let's have a look. There seems to be a bit more action on the right hand side of the map. You've got one of 21st inside the windmill. And again, you can see 21st utilising that trench system, progressing up. But ANZR are also counteracting by using that trench system to defend. So far, the poll is at 79% saying that ANZR will win this game. And the way the game has played so far, it could be quite credible kind of poll that. However, you won't know until at least later on in the game, because like we said, if someone overcommits, then the game can completely change. Looks like there's another airhead coming down. Will it be followed by a bombing run this time round? Will it be defended? Let's come closer to this little battle over here. I am struggling. And it has come down. But will they be able to defend it? Here comes a bombing run. I think it might be... Yes, it's too late. Bombing run is just a little tad bit too late. And again, ANZR has done a fantastic job defending this point. Getting that cap pressure in, they all come back. Rocket being seen then go from one trench to another. One of the fantastic things about this game is the strategies that go behind it. And there's a lot of science behind a lot of things, what people do. Definitely tank play. And how to play tank. You could literally spend weeks and months learning about different strategies, different type style of play. And again, infantry. I'm not an infanteer. No, don't rarely play infantry, so I would hate to comment too much. But again, I'm pretty sure that there are still strategies with infantry play on how to progress, how to defend. Got 3 tanks on this side. What I would personally like to see is a tank go down on that left hand side and help with that push into batteries. I think they would have more of a presence and more dominance if they'd done that, because you've got 2 easily defending up here on this side. Got another supply truck coming in, keeping up them Garys, keeping them supplies down. And by the looks of it, we've got a bit of 21st presence again on this side of the map. And quite deep back. They're coming in on that bottom left-hand corner of the grid squares. When I play tank commander, or even as commander, I use corners. I think it's quite a strong stance instead of going centre, using the corners and moving in. Again, there's another tank moving in. He's getting around, and that's why I personally think it's important having a tank down this side just to stop that flank. But again, there isn't much ANZR presence down here at the moment. You've got a couple over on the top left. Oh, that rocket! Fantastic shot. Who was that player? Let's go and have a look who it was. Fantastic shot. By the look of it, it was Dodgy Bloke. Bit of a dodgy bloke. And again, straight away, ANZR come in. They spawn on a Gary or an OP, whatever's down there, and they take control of the sector. That's one of the things that ANZR has been really good at this game, is taking control when the presence builds up. Let's have a look on the front lines. So you got 1, 2 tanks up behind windmills here. Then guarantee we still got 1 on this flank. Yeah, and he's strategically placed himself in between some carcasses, because that in itself acts as camouflage and distorts his silhouette slightly on top of this brow. Got a couple of repair stations there, and we've saw earlier how effective them repair stations are, definitely when they're live, the current, because as soon as one shell gets in, it starts repairing. So we're starting to come close to our last 15 minutes. It'll be interesting to see how we continue progressing. It's really nice seeing 2 teams fighting for their in-game lives, trying to get that win for their respective clans. And it's always good on the first week, seeing how teams act and also how dominant they are, because then that shows how dominant they're going to be for the rest of the tournament. Again, ANZR using that trench system to move up. But 21st are also using trench system to move down and to attack. Got an AT gun here now as well. And that will become very important when we come face 2v1. Let's try and get a bit lower. Let's follow Simpson for a minute. Good accuracy there. Taking some bandages. And again he's got Sergeant London. There looks like there is no P to the left hand side there. Will Drift see it? Oh, he's been killed. Simpson has reacted. Not the Simpsons, but Simpson is part of ANZR. Oh, and Corporal Avagar took out. There's definitely an OP there. It'll be interesting to see how they react to this OP. Oz snags coming in over the trench line. Krim, by the looks of it, just throwing a grenade. Yeah. Krim there with his accurate shots on Sergeant London. See the OP in the middle. Can Oz snag see it? Or he got taken out from further down the trench. Another little spawn wave there. Watto in there to be able to defend it. He comes across, takes out the first person. What is Rooster going to do? He's taken some good hits there. Rooster well defending this OP. They need to take it out quite quick. Another spawn wave. Oh, a rocket straight into him. Rooster's still there defending. Oh, another person taking him out. Lots of grenades being chucked. I don't think that OP's now active. I think it's been destroyed by a grenade. Ah, Krim just killed Watto then. Wonder why. Strange. Maybe he needs to redeploy and it was quicker. Looks like we've got a bit of a push going on along this trench line going up. Let's take a look. Got Simpson over here. Again, as soon as I start getting too low, it starts lagging out. Just slowly moving up. I do suspect we will start seeing some capping pressure on batteries shortly. And again, it looks like ANZR are taking a lot of pressure in this little village. Lagging out a little bit again. Let's come back and reset. So having a look at an overlook of the whole map, you can see ANZR very well spread out. '21st still being a pain for them, still keeping up with that constant pressure. Like I said at the beginning, it would be good to see at least an OP or even an attacking garrison put up into this little compound, because this is a nice direct route straight into Atri. Recon flare gone up. Looking at this push now. Is that supplies or is that a... That looks like a airhead to me. That is an airhead and they're defending it. artillery coming straight over the top of it, but it does still look live to me. It is still live. When will we see the first spawn wave onto it? How will 21st react to this? They need to counteract it quite quick. There's a spawn wave. Oh, straight away killing. And we are starting to see cap pressure on this 4th. Fantastic airhead then. Unfortunately not very well defended by 21st. It's in the open, but we've just seen a spawn wave. We're seeing a quite good cap pressure now. Can they keep this pressure up? The next spawn wave will be coming in any second. And there we go, straight away another spawn wave coming in. Flares going up, straight over the point. Still that hard pressure in that strong point. The next spawn wave will be coming in any second. There we go, there's another spawn wave. Even a tank crew's come in. Still keeping this pressure up nice and high. Sounds like there is a bombing run coming in. Straight over the top. Is it going to defend it? I think it has taken out the airheads. Again, the cap pressure is still there, still present. There's a supply drop coming in on battery. 21st are now defending it. Flares coming over the top. And there we go, 21st have got a OP down. They have just done a big spawn wave to defend it. Well defended. That's the second time we've seen some significant pressure onto battery by ANZR. It is going to be a matter of time until we do see 4th being capped by ANZR. What would have been quite nice to see with that push is having some armour support with it. Let's have a look back at windmills, see what the pressure's like over here. I think most of ANZR have redeployed for that defence. They might even go for a full reset to regain composure, then go back for the push. Because again, they're quite spread out, but they're still utilising that trench system very well. Still got loads of armour support over here, and also a nice AT gun well positioned, followed by 2 repair stations just behind it. So we've got 3 minutes left. 3.5 minutes left. So they either side have got a minute grace kind of period to either attack or defend. Be very interesting to see what both sides do. Let's have a look at destroyed battery to see what is the pressure like. Again, they're starting to gain cap pressure here. I think they have got a OP or garrison over on this side. Still keeping up that real solid pressure on this attack. Let's come down and have a look. Let's follow elite voltage into the strong point. Good amount of fire rate there coming in. Artillery being a pain, as always. Taking good, strong defensive positions here. Grenades being thrown, keeping up this pressure. 2 versus 1. And they're slowly progressing through this compound. Good tactical manoeuvres, I like it. Elite Voltage is having a look. Earlier there was a OP over here. There doesn't look like there is anymore. That could be very problematic for 21st. As ANZR have got a good hold in this position currently, as it stands. 3 people in the strong weight. Almost at a third of the way through. It'd be interesting to see what happens at that halfway point. 21st have started to cap on midpoint, but it's slightly too late. They won't be able to cap in time. But ANZR could, if they do a full-blown push now, they could take that 4th point for them extra few points. So we're over 50% now. Still keeping up that pressure. Are they going to take it? They've even got armour support now. And that's what we like to see in a nicer full-blown push, is that support from the armour. Because the armour and infantry combined push is a force to be reckoned with. Really pushing them back. Last 50 seconds. Let's see this cap finally come in. ANZR have had a very solid game throughout the game, and so has 21st. There is no doubt about it. There have been strong opponents. And it looks like they have gone in for that cap in the last 30 seconds. What a fantastic push from ANZR there. Absolutely fantastic. They need all to congratulate each other. That was fantastic. That has been a fantastic game to watch and stream, and it has been a great game. It's been fantastic. Taking that 4th point in the last couple of minutes. Absolutely fantastic.